Everyone, I am attempting to do a video. Of course, I have my sidekick here, so I have to give him entertainment. Come here, Bentley. You want a bone? Come on. Come here. Come get a bone. I have to reach over my desk and give it to him. That's how I keep him distracted so I can talk to you. Just finished work for the day, and I will say I am doing a lot less in person than virtual sessions, so I have a lot of extra props, let's call them props, that I typically use for, these are definitely working with kids, but you can get these super cheap at Walmart, Dollar Tree. They're basically just alphabet letters. There's no magnetic anything, they're just little foam. So what I decided to do was deconstruct one and put all the letters of the alphabet in my little jar here. And I'm gonna actually go through this jar, no plan, no preparation, no rehearsal. And I'm just going to pull out letters and tell you how COVID-19 in every letter of the alphabet has impacted my work and my patients. So our first letter, M, marital issues. So many people are having spouse issues and marriage issues, whether it's relationship and dating or marriage. So many issues with that. People are sitting at home with their spouse, both working from home. Every frustration they ever had is coming up right now. So that is our M. Why? This is a tough one. I guess the only thing I can say is more yelling on top of the whole marriage issue. That's my why right now. Z, I thought about what I would do with Z when I was popping this letter out, and the only thing I can say is sleep. So maybe a couple Z's after this. People's sleep schedules are really getting messed up. So I highly encourage get on a sleep regimen. It's hard to do at this time, but it's really important. F. Frustration, whether it's I can't find that roll of toilet paper or I am financially frustrated. So much frustration I'm seeing, and I'm sure you guys are enduring. Let's see the next one. A, anxiety. So many unknowns. When is the country going to open? When is our city going to open? When is my favorite restaurant going to open? So much anxiety and unknowns. I'll say that's the biggest thing. And if you had anxiety before this, I have noticed it's either the same, no change, or worse. A lot of people, this is a new anxiety, so they don't have to focus on the one that brought them to me. So if this creates a new anxiety, it's a lot easier to focus on the COVID one than the one that you really need to work with. So just kind of be aware of that. C. Well, COVID. But I'll say C, confusion. Don't know what to do with my free time. Clutter. We're all getting rid of our clutter. So just, there can be a lot with the C. V. Our values are being tested. All of our values are being tested. If you've worked with me ever before in a session, you'll know I do a very good values exercise. And if you guys want to know more about that, send me a comment or a like, and I'll post that values exercise. But all of our values are being tested. If our value is health, how do we maintain that when we're stuck inside and we have a gym membership we can't use? Value, communication. I'm tired of communicating with my partner because we're stuck inside all day. So values is a huge one. P or Q. I think it's a Q. Q is a difficult one. And I guess the only thing I can say is quieting the mind because it's going all over the place right now. Even quieting the weather and the news and all this stuff on TV. Quiet's my Q word. I guess I got 2 Qs. Don't tell me. Okay, it's a P. Positivity. It's so hard to be positive right now. The other thing I'll say is with the P, procrastination. A lot of things that we have put off for such a long time are getting done. I'm going to add in my own pre and post COVID. Our lives have been totally changed. So pre-COVID versus now, our vocabulary's changed. Do we know of social distancing 6 months ago? Absolutely not. It's just a whole new world. So even planning, I worked all day on helping people make plans when we don't know the foreseeable future. Hard thing to do. T. Got a couple things on this. Normally in the therapist world, I'd say trauma. Um, I can't even say that anymore because this kind of creates a new trauma for us. So it can cause a pausing what we were working with in trauma. And now the new trauma is COVID. T, transition. Transitioning from going to the office and working from home. Huge transition. Testing. You're all being tested right now. And for some of us, it's really, really hard. And negative thoughts. So many negative thoughts. I'm seeing so many negativity issues because I don't have the answers. You don't have the answers. We turn on the news. We're seeing numbers of deaths and all of that go up. It's really hard to be positive. And it's for negative. I don't believe I got another positive. Another P. Well, I guess this is telling me to do another one. And I did have open and lowercase letters in my little. I guess I popped the wrong letters out. But if we're gonna get another P, I'm gonna say, you know what, pandemic. And I'm gonna put that aside because I'm gonna talk about that in a second. I got another A, anxiety. I guess I can say annoyed, aggravated, antisocial, not on purpose. H, hopeful, hopeless, helpless, humble, honest, hypochondriac, homebound. Homebound is so difficult. When I am working with patients to get out of the house, be more social, get rid of that social anxiety, I'm running out of options. How do we tell someone to be out of the home, social, when they can't go anywhere? So everything I feel like, and I don't know if anyone else has struggled with this, if you're a therapist, but I'm telling everyone to face your fears and get out of your comfort zone. How do you do that when you are stuck in home and everything you've been working on for 6 months to a year to finally step out of that comfort zone and I can't? Super, super frustrating. Okay. If I was working with someone, what's the most difficult K issue? Keeping sane. I know that sounds horrible, but keeping sane, it's hard to do. There's so many things we can do and we've been putting off, but there's only so many rooms we can clean, so many dishes we can experiment making in our kitchen, so many books we can read. Keeping sane is huge, and I just want to encourage everyone, if you get through this, when we get through this, not if, when we get through this, let this be a lesson that if we can get through this, we can get through anything. If we keep sane, keep motivated, keep positive during this, there's nothing we cannot keep positive and sane through. I don't know what to do with the X either. I kind of just want to add extra to this because we need to find extracurricular activities in the home if we need to, or extra positivity during this time. Exercise to keep us sane. So the X is a hard one. 2 left. W. Therapy issue I'm having with the W. Work changes, work-life balance, working from home, worried across the board, wondering. I get so many questions. When's the country gonna open? When's my state? When can I do? I feel so horrible that I don't have the answers, but that is a big one. I'd say this W, along with the anxiety, W is up there. And I, irritable, irritated, isolated, inspired. I want to say inspired because This has caused us to like stop everything we were hustling and bustling with and let us focus on what we really need to. I know I kind of put all these letters, but if we have like a good last letter before I talk about this P, the I, and I guess I'll end the whole chunk of alphabet with worry about I, worry about you. Make sure you are taken care of. I know they always say, like, when you go on the airplane, and what's the instruction, even though we're not flying a whole lot now, put your mask on before somebody else's. If I don't have my mask on tight and my mental health in check, I cannot help you. And you can't help whoever you're trying to help if you are not taken care of too. And this ever, oh, I'm lying. There's two more. There's another I. J. This is another hard one. I'm seeing a lot of jealousy of my partner gets to go to work and I have to stay at home. Some jealousy in they get to work and I'm unemployed. Some jokes, honestly, like we need jokes, we need humor, we need to laugh. I like the J. I'm trying to think of another word. Judgment. Who's wearing a mask? You're not wearing a mask. Why are you not wearing a mask? I'll probably go through these. I can probably go through these letters again in a week, and they're all gonna change because that's what we're in right now. Everything is changing. It's empty, so I gotta focus on this P. I guess the biggest thing is patience. We all have to be really, really patient at this time. I wish we can all have a date. This is when everything will open, but we need patience right now. Positivity. We need positivity, even if it's calling a friend you haven't talked to, even if it's sending an emoji, just being positive overall. Payday. A lot of financial issues out there. Being paid is one. Playful. This is the time where if you haven't spent it with family and you're running out of ideas, be playful. Get those board games out. Do something that makes things a lot easier. Ask yourself, when was the last time I played a board game with my kids? When was the last time like we made fun food with little funny faces just to be playful? It's probably been a long time. I'm gonna give one last P before I end this. Prioritize. That's my P word. Prioritize and also plan. I'm just gonna go off on one little spiel here, but none of us have a plan right now, and I want you to not overlist things and be overly prepared, but what happens if the world opens again a few days from now? Are we going to be in a full-blown panic, or do we have a plan? When I'm at my saddest, the last thing I want to do is think about what makes me happy and what I can do. If I have a list of things that I know are my happy place, if I know that reading that book makes me happy, if I know that taking my morning walk in the morning before it gets hot and gross and all that out, that's what I need to do. So have a plan. It might not be all potential plan that we can put into place, but have a plan. And I guess he's asking me for the final play with me. So I'm going to let you go. I'll be posting videos, I'm sure, of this guy. He is my buddy, partner in crime, and he definitely wants to do more of that P, which is play. So we will talk to you soon. Have a great day. Like, subscribe. I'm very new to this. I don't know how I'm doing, so I'm counting on you to tell me. And again, I am a book of knowledge, and I want to be. I didn't have that when I was going to therapy classes in school, and I didn't have that, so I would love to help anyone that was as lost as I was. All right, it's time to play with him. I'll talk to you soon.